welcome to Entrepreneur Empire. We are here today with ROO, who has welcomed us in his home to tell us a little bit about his story, where he comes from, and all of this that you see behind us. So, Mr. ROO, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born here in Augusta, went to Josie High School. I started my music. My father played trumpet with Ella Fitzgerald for a while, and he inspired me in music. I can remember as a child, very small, 4 or 5 years old, him putting me on his lap and playing the piano, and he specialized in trumpet. I played trumpet in high school, got scholarship, 10 scholarships. I was very popular in music, and I ended up going to Kentucky State College, where I pursued music. Got into a bad incident, got incarcerated. That's what happens with most black men in bad states, you know. And at the time, Kentucky was very prejudiced. So I did some time and some other things, but I ended up going to New York, the capital of the world.
And is that where it changed for
That's where it all changed for me. I pursued music, you know, and somewhere in the early 80s, I started working with Polygram Records.
Oh, wow.
And I did mailroom service for them, different productions. I did a lot of things. You know, you try to work your way up in the music industry, you know. And in between that, I started working for Tower Records in the evening. So I would work at Polygram in the day, Tower Records in the evening till 12 o'clock at night. And at the time, I was in a band called Stroke. So after that, I would go and we would do shows. Finish working about 2, 3, 4 in the morning, go back to work. You know, so I have pursued music all my life. You know, I did music in New York for probably 30 to 40 years. You know, I ended up in the last of my music career, I finished up, I worked with Viacom MTV. Started with MTV.
Oh, wow.
Did Paramount Records, but through Paramount, I did Nickelodeon, Movie Channel. I wrote commercials. I wrote all kind of music for all kind of people. I'm a ghost writer. In the midst of doing my job, I would go to their studios at night and do ghost writing.
Okay.
I helped all type of artists, you know what I mean, come from ruts. I'm proud of myself, you know.
Of all trades, all talents.
Somewhere about maybe 15 or 20 years ago, I met the Lord, started doing Christian stuff. I worked for the Salvation Army, but undercover, I worked in the shelter. I would do production for kids that did rap and other singing and stuff. I would give them music free.
Okay.
I let them come to the studio free. Everything is free. That's how I worked for the last 15 or 20 years. I help people.
Giving back.
This is my wish list, and I'm still doing it at 69 years old. So I'm happy with my life. If I die, it's gonna be with all of this. Okay?
Wow. Wow.
So, go with your questions.
Okay. That was very interesting. We might have to do a part 2. Did y'all hear the Nickelodeon? Oh, wow. You've been very blessed throughout your career.
Yes, I have. You know, it's a blessing. A lot of it was hard. It wasn't easy. It's not easy to get into those companies. You generally start off in mail rooms and stuff like that. You know, some type production person that they send you to get sodas and stuff. You know what I mean? But then through production and all that type stuff, mail rooms, you work your way up, and you have to be patient. It'll happen for you if you want it.
If you want it.
If you want
so
it.
true.
It happens
that is
for
so
you.
true.
You know,
Tell me about a time that you overcame an obstacle and give us some insight.
My obstacle was being incarcerated. It was a holdback for about a year and a half. And I was able to write my way out of the penitentiary after like about 6 months.
Could you go a little bit more detail about write your way out?
I would write people like, I had letters from Muhammad Ali, Gladys Knight. I had been in New York, is where the feds had picked me up. Mayor Beam wrote me something from New York. I had people just write me and give me letters of recommendation saying when I was in New York, I only worked and did music. I was never arrested or did anything wrong. And through that, Mayor Beam, when I went on probation, took me back into New York. And that was a glorious moment. So then I started pursuing my music again.
Yes, and that is a touching story because People make mistakes, but it doesn't mean that they have to let that mistake.
Didn't make a mistake. Went to
future.
jail for being black in Kentucky at the time.
Oh,
I was told not to go off the college campus, but they kept telling us.
Oh, okay.
Being young and hard-headed, I went off campus and got arrested. Got blamed for something that happened in another city. I went to college in Frankfort, Kentucky. Got for something that happened in Frankfort, Kentucky. 70, 80 miles away.
Oh, wow.
But, you know, they called it at that time kangaroo courts. As long as they had a black person, they were happy, you know. So that's how it went for me, but through the goodness of writing and the goodness of God,
amen,
I got out.
Amen. Amen. What advice would you give to someone trying to pursue in this niche, this career?
You're lucky if you get a one-hit thing where you can start from the top. But you're gonna have to start from the bottom somewhere. And you're gonna have to realize you cannot do it by yourself. You cannot do it by yourself. You think you can do it by yourself, you can't. You're gonna need help from somebody. You're gonna need some experience and some advice. You know. So take advice from people, you know. You may not like the person, but the advice might be good.
Yeah.
So listen to advice from your elders and people that are in the business.
That knowledge is everything.
The knowledge is everything.
Okay. In a little while, we are going to listen to a couple of your amazing beats. Guys, he let me listen to this earlier. Flavor for everything. Okay, what are your top 3 recommendations on books or podcasts that you read or listen to?
Oh, okay. I don't read books anymore. My most favorite book, though, through my life growing up was called Stranger in a Strange Land. Yeah, and it's about a guy who came from another planet who came here to live. And you see movies like that now, but this was, I think it was J.R. Tolkien may have written this, and he's a famous artist. Yeah. And that's my most favorite book. I listened to music, but I stopped listening very hard to everybody's music, because if you do that, you can't do your own.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes other people's ideas will come into your life, and you have to be careful with that. Being a writer, you don't want to sound like anybody. You want to sound like yourself. For kids that are starting off and you think you want to be like that artist, or you're trying to sound like him, it's not going to work. You have to come with originality. Be original. Trust yourself. Okay? That I have to say, trust yourself. Be original.
That is good advice. Trust yourself. I like that a lot. Be original, authentic. That is good. That is good. Let's see. We have a couple of more questions. Would you like to show us some of your, because everything behind me is just amazing. Guys, can you see all of this? This is so spectacular to just be in a room.
It's a wish list. Also, it's a wish list. It doesn't all come at one time. Be patient, save up for it, and just save up for it. Get a little at a time, and
if you want to grow,
hey, I want to grow.
Invest in yourself.
Yep. As a matter of fact, this song right here is called Tip of the Day. And in this song, it tells you the tip of the day, there is tomorrow. That's what it says. Tip of the day, there is tomorrow.
Wow.
Okay?
Can we hear a little bit of
Yes,
it?
we can.
Oh, yes.
It goes like this. Tip of the day, There's always tomorrow. Da, ba, ba, da, 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 da. You know, it's got a little saying in there, but it's a nice song. But remember, there's always tomorrow.
Okay. That is nice. Guys, there's 45 songs just right here alone. And each one of these has music in them. This is this man's life, his blood, sweat, and tears, his passion. This is what being a true artist is all about.
I'll do something else from me, a little bit of something else.
That is really, really nice.
Thank you.
So how has your journey shaped you?
My journey has shaped me to be honest and sincere in this business. Don't be a sucker though, but just be honest and sincere. You know, you're gonna have to take a lot, but give what you can. You know, give all your knowledge.
They stop my car, trying a different thing, different kind of girl, you know what I mean. The kind of girl that take you home. Now she's dancing on the pole all alone. Time to that, doorbell ring, super look on her face, another thing. Which way is out, and only one door. That truly wasn't where we don't want it no more. You dancing lift, out the window, I go.
Guys, can you hear that? That is music. He does country, hip hop, R&B, gospel, you name it. So, who are some of your top influencers?
The OJs, Bobby Womack, Luther. People don't know Luther when Luther wasn't being recorded. He was on Black Market. He has a song called "If It's Good for the Body, It's Good for the Soul," which was his first hit that people dance with it, black people.
Good for the soul.
Yep. And I look it up. It is hot, you know. It's an like about 3-minute version. Then it's like a 9-minute version too. It's a dance version.
Okay.
And that's when Luther first came out. So Luther was very inspirational. Herbie Hancock.
Yes,
of course, Cab Calloway. You know, my father's time appeared. And okay, I can say on this, my father sung to me a song that Cab Calloway and Ella Fitzgerald called "The Viper," and it's about marijuana. It goes, "Dreaming of a reaper, 5 feet long, not too tight and not too strong, and you'll be high and so will I if you're a viper." And you can look that song up too.
Okay.
It was a very popular song. So marijuana's been around a very long time in the music industry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very knowledgeable, very knowledgeable. I am loving this conversation. Top 3 great resources that you can tell the viewers that you learned from in the beginning that has helped you along the way?
Resources is caution, trust. You have to trust, even though it goes bad. Don't mistrust everybody. There's trust out there. Trust and love. You got to have a passion for what you do. I've done this all my life. You know, as a little boy, I can remember sort of 8, 9 years old going da 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 da, playing with my soldiers, doing a song while I'm playing with them. You know, them fighting, and so the music has always been with me. I've composed songs, like I told you, for Josie High School. I composed a lot of songs for them. We were the Magnificent 100 Plus at the time, and I was a composer then. I would compose songs. We did "I'm Black and I'm Proud." I'm proud to say, in front of H.L. Green in our homecoming parade when we were told not to. Okay, but we did. You know, I'm a believer in James Brown. I know James ups and downs, you know, but he stayed with it. You know, he went a long ways when black people couldn't. So I love James.
That is so true. That is so true. Okay, are you looking to collaborate with other people?
Yes, at this time I am. Right now I don't have any artists. I would like to work with some artists, rap, singing, gospel, country, whatever.
You guys heard that.
I like artists, you know, come to me. I have so many songs. I let you hear 15, 20, 30 songs, and you can decide the ones you like. You know, I have just that many. So artists, I'm inviting artists to come in. You know, COVID slowed us all down, but
that's true.
It's been slowed down now, so let's get together and let's do some stuff.
Collaborate, network.
Yep.
Yes. Build a community, because that's what it's about now. So are you looking to sell as well?
Yes. I need money right now. COVID says we all need money. You know. And I met an artist, Jay Bird, who's been helping me out with those type things. I'm an older generation, the old G's, old dudes, umps, all of that, you know. And the technology it goes fast. So Jay Bird's gonna bring me up to date on the technology. I love his music. He's hot, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He's hot. We're gonna work together. If you know anything about music, when you take the hip hop digital stuff that goes on now and you put it in the studio, that's what brings the NFL themes and stuff like that. The stuff that makes you say, whoa, where did that come from?
And then you're bringing the knowledge.
Bringing the knowledge and the wisdom. So we're gonna be doing that. And
that sounds.
I prayed for him and he showed. So I'm gonna say God sent him to me.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Yep.
And how can you be contacted?
Through Jay Bird. I would guess through this media service.
Yes, we have all of your information.
Facebook. You know, I'm out there, but I'm not out there. I'm just, you know, I'm doing what everybody else do on the internet. So
okay,
you can contact me. Okay.
Last question of the day. What is your definition of a happy life?
Dying with all of this if you love it. Whatever you like, die with it. I know the gun lovers like guns, die with your gun. You know what I mean? Die with your music, die with your car. You know, die with your kids. Whatever your passion is at that time, die with it, you know. Bucket lists, they're not a lot. They don't really mean go to Europe. You know what I mean? It just means do what you want to do before you go. So I want to do this one more time. It's my last time around. Help!
It was such an honor and pleasure to meet you.
You too. And thanks for this opportunity.
And thank you. Guys, like and subscribe. As always.
Always something.
It's okay. That's what being all about.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. Guys, if you would like to hear more, please let us know. Reach out to Jaybird at Loksta Beats, Entrepreneur Empire 4 at gmail.com. And remember, the conversation can't start without you.